You are literally 6 months away from achieving your dream life. And I made a video about this not too long ago. But during this time, right, and I consider myself a black sheep, and if you're watching this, this is probably you, right? Someone in your family who knows that it's possible, who knows there's more to life. You know that you're meant to do more and to become someone else and make money online, travel the world, whatever your dream life, you know that you can obtain that. But growing up, and that I went through the exact same thing. Growing up, none of my family members had the same mindset. Yes, everyone has their goals, but no, not everyone is as serious or certain about it, right? I am the first one in my family to have a high rise. I'm the first one in my family to have businesses that make me and generate me money online. I support myself. I'm 22 years old. I come from a Mexican household, single mother, 4 children, and there's a huge disconnect there. I find it so hard to relate to them, and I view myself as the black sheep, right? My cousins, my aunties, my grandmas, my siblings, my parents even, none of them understand the fact that the world is so much bigger. There's plenty of money out there, there's abundance, and as I was growing up, I kind of got conditioned to live in a state of scarcity. Save your money, we don't have money for that, I don't have time, all these bullshit things that kind of just, I got programmed into believing. And it took 4 years to rewire that. And imagine you grow up from the day you were born, I'll probably say from 6 years old all the way up to 16, 17 years of age. And it took me 4 to 5 years to reprogram all of that to get to where I am now. None of my family understands, right? I've experienced Miami, I've experienced fast cars, I've made thousands and thousands of dollars online, and it is so hard to relate to them. And I used to feel alone, like there was no one that I could relate to, until I dove into the internet, where I found other people who felt the same way. I found like-minded friends. I found my best friend, who was not my business partner. I found my other best friend who we've experienced so much together, traveled, made money online, we trade together. If you're the black sheep in your family, you have to understand that. It is part of the process. If you're the black sheep in the family, you have to understand that sometimes you have to love your family from a distance. And this is something that I was kind of internally struggling with. I love my family to death. I hold them dear to me. But for me personally, it's 10 times better just for my mental health and my emotional health and spiritual health to just love them from a distance. The only time I come around is if something urgent comes up, which I will drop everything that I'm doing and I will go see them, or as if it's on special occasions like birthdays and holidays. Other than that, I prefer to be alone and I prefer to stick to what I'm doing because I genuinely enjoy my life. If you're someone who is going through that process or you experience this practically on a daily basis, right? Because I ate shit for 4 years throughout high school and after high school. Just know that you're not alone. Another thing that I want to touch on is that freedom comes through disappointment. Growing up, I had meetings with counselors, meetings with teachers, just because I would talk to people, and they would always ask me like, you should go to college. And I genuinely wasn't the smartest person in the room or the smartest student. Yes, I had some AP classes. Yes, I got good grades. But to me, that didn't really matter. Like I didn't pick things up like that. I only got good grades, right, by just paying attention, by showing up and doing the work. I would fail tests and then I would study and then I would pass them. I wasn't some type of genius, and I wasn't the C student either, the F student, like my business partner. I always knew that college wasn't the way for me, and luckily my mom was very supportive, and she allowed me to do that. And some of you guys aren't in that situation where your parents want you to go to college or are forcing you to go to college. To have genuine freedom, you have to disappoint them. Like they have these big expectations, they're stuck to their old traditional ways of thinking, and that's really not the case anymore. Someone who makes $20 an hour, which I consider minimum wage, cannot afford to have their own apartment, their own car that they're financing, whether it's paid off or whatever, car insurance, groceries, utilities, and other basic living expenses. You cannot do that at $20 an hour. And so I understood this from a very young age. And I'm like, how do I make more money? How can, if I worked at McDonald's, and this was the example that stuck with me, is if I worked at McDonald's flipping burgers for $17 an hour, no matter if I flipped 100 burgers within that hour, I'm still getting paid $17 an hour. What can I do to further myself that will allow me to learn a skill that will make me more money? And for me, that answer was sales. And I'm not here to sell you on some bullshit. But after high school, I got into a door-to-door sales job, which forced me to grow. I was uncomfortable. I was in the sun, door knocking. I had to talk to older people who owned homes, right? Homeowners. And I was a 17, 18-year-old at the time, just coming fresh out of high school. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't have any confidence. I was super, super skinny. And it literally forced me to learn because I was hungry. I was door knocking throughout the summer, sweating, pulling up to these doors and pitching these business owners, asking them to allow me to give them a free allowing me to give them a free inspection, give them photos, and just document any damage. I took that skill and I applied it to online sales. I applied it to, I use it for my businesses, my marketing company, and my AI agency company. And it's what's allowed me to generate $70,000 of revenue within the last 5 days. And it's these skills that I've been honing, right? That's just one of them. But these skills that I've been honing for the past 4 to 5 years that now allowed me to get to this point. And it may seem like it happened overnight, but you're going to go through sleepless nights. You're going to go through times where you're low on money. Maybe you go negative into your bank account, but that's all part of the journey. That's all part of the process, and you have to enjoy it. Okay, another thing that happened was I embodied and changed my identity. And when I did that about 10 months ago is really when life started going like this, right? Because everyone has visions. Everyone has their goals. It's like, oh, I want a high rise. Oh, I want a fast car. I want to make money online. But you're not there yet. You're not ready for it. And that's exactly what happened to me when I first started. I wasn't ready for any of that. This dream version of me who make 20, 50, 100K a month, does he wake up, scroll on his phone, play video games all day? No. And that's what I was doing. I clocked in, I clocked out. I had a call center 9-to-5 job. And yes, I was very ambitious and very, very hungry. But that person, that little 9-to-5 kid, 18, 19, 20, was not ready to become a business owner of a 6-figure agency and 6-figure marketing company at the age of 22, right? Something had to happen. There's a disconnect there too. Everyone has their own time. God gives you a vision for a reason, and you have to just trust it. You have to go through the actual trenches, and most people don't want to do that. At the first sign of resistance or struggle, people give up, people throw in the towel. I've seen it happen multiple times. I trade on the side, and I've taught so many people for free because they asked me to. It doesn't take much time. I don't charge anything for it. Something as simple as trading, it's like, hey, you're going to learn a skill. It's not going to be overnight, but it's going to allow you to make money down the line once you get it. Take technical analysis, psychology. And this is me kind of just explaining, giving you guys examples. People stick to it to maybe 2 weeks, and that's it. They move on to the next thing. They can't focus on it. I've been doing it for 2 years. Business, I've been learning about it for 4. Sales, I'm still learning about it. And it's like this continuous journey that people think that it just happens overnight. That's never the case. So I know I was a little bit all over the place. I just wanted to come on here because I haven't done one of these videos in a minute. Posted some vlog, I posted some content. I'm genuinely happy because I have what I've wanted, and I'm going to dive deeper into that really quickly. But I've had what I wanted from when I was younger. But in order to get it now, I already knew, I acted as if I already had it. Okay, and in the past, I did experience it. And that may confuse some of you guys. It settled in. At first, it didn't feel real, but I was acting as if the person that I needed to be to have it. And I do. So this is me. This is Adrian. I own a high rise, 22 years old. I own 2 companies that make well over 6 figures a year. And I also have the ability to help out people directly underneath me. Quick little tangent. Like I said, wanted to just come on here. Hopefully you guys can get some gems from this because I know it's a little bit all over the place, and I'll get better and better. But this is strictly from the dome, giving my thoughts, giving my experience, sharing what I've learned, and hopefully one of you guys, if at least one of you who watches this gets motivated and inspired, and that's what I want. If you stay to the end, thank you. Consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video.